Next up on the launch test bed is my own 2002 Suzuki XL7 4-wheel drive. You got it plugged in. Let's see what we can do. Alrighty, let's jump right in. So the touch screen, does it work with gloves? No. Alright, let's jump right in. Suzuki. Try to minimize the glare. Diagnose. Asian. Uh-oh. Do we not have Suzuki? There it is. Whew, that was close. So they're actually listed alphabetical this way, I think. I'm not sure. Automatically search. I don't think this thing will read its own VIN. It's a little too old. Let's try it. VIN, blah, blah, blah. This vehicle is not from North America. Is the vehicle from Japan market? No. Manually select. North America. 2002. And it's the XL7 4-wheel drive. Yep, it's a 2.7 liter V6. Manual transmission. And we have 3 choices here. Engine control module, ABS, and supplemental restraint system. Let's go one by one, see what we find. No DTCs, my airbags. I know that, my airbag light is not on. See what we can find in the data stream. Select page. So sure enough, it reads it just fine. We have the pre-tensioner circuits and airbag initiator resistance. Now the driver airbag resistance is a little higher because I actually I unplugged the airbag and just put in a dummy resistor in there because I don't feel like stuff blowing up in my face. I know people are gonna say, oh, blah blah blah. How many recalls have they had on airbags with shrapnel? Yeah, and this thing's 2002. Yeah, I don't like it. I'll just live with my seatbelt. Now, so escape out of here. Gotta get the camera set up again. So that's fine. Let's try ABS. Read fault code. Oh man, we got a whole bunch of codes. Current malfunction, wheel speed sensor, huh? Well, airbag light's not on. Again, I turned that system off. Oh, it was 8 years ago now when I first bought the truck, so don't like ABS, not a fan. I want to control my own braking. Personal preference. Again, take it with a grain of salt. I just have a thing against cars doing things for me. So, fine. It read that actuation test. We can do 3 things there. Not going to try it since the whole system is disconnected. And last but not least, the engine control module. There's a few bidirectional controls in here that I want to try out. Again, let's read the fault codes. No DTCs. Suzuki is being good. Read data stream. Here's all the possibilities. Pretty good list. Power steering switch, TPS. I mean, we can just select the page and show it. There you got fuel trims, battery voltage, air conditioner, cooling fan. Alright, so that's good. Bidirectional controls, that's the main thing that separates these scanners apart. Actuation test. So we can do cooling fan, canister purge, vent solenoid, fixed spark, fuel pump control, and check engine light control and step EGR. I don't know, let's try step EGR. Okay. Engine is cold. Okay, well, still warming up. Fuel pump control. Key on, engine off. Okay, let's try that. Key off. And keys on. Okay. And let's try it. On. Yep. It clicks, it turns on. And if we click the data here, we can actually select, let's just look at the fuel pump. So on, off. Okay, that's good. You can select a custom data list when you're doing your bidirectional control. That is absolutely key if you want to do an informative test. So that works. I want to try a fixed spark control. So this, again, you have to warm up the vehicle all the way. It actually sets the ignition timing to a fixed value, I think 5 degrees before top dead center. So you can tweak the position of the camshaft position sensor, because it's kind of, you know, it's an older system, so it's kind of a dummy distributor. It just picks up position of the camshaft, and then the computer decides when to fire the spark plugs. But that is adjustable. So when the timing chain stretches, you can kind of advance it a little bit to retain your power. That's a little better. So I think it did pretty well in the Suzuki. Let's try one more. AC condenser cooling fan. Okay. On. Yep, sure enough, fan kicked on. Off. Perfect. Purge valve, let's see, vent solenoid. Hear that guy click. On. Yep. I can't believe this thing still works and not setting evap codes after being in the Northeast for, what, 18 years now? Cross your fingers. That's it on the Suzuki. I'm happy with it. Does everything I want it to do. Let's move on to the next victim. So keep going down the list here. So I gave it an A for the Subaru Forester. Yeah, let's give it a B plus for the Nissan. The only thing really missing was that transmission reset feature, and the ABS you can get into, you know, not from the health report. So for the Suzuki, you couldn't even do a health report. You just got in and kind of old school, go to the module you want. So I think it gets an A for the Suzuki because some scanners like the Snap-on haven't, you know, they've only recently added Suzuki, and I mean that's a good car to have because they're not popular, and if someone else can't do it, you will be able to. So we got 2 A's and a B plus. Up next are the older vehicles, the vintage, not vintage, but getting there. 96 Mercury Mystique right here in the garage. We'll plug it in. And last but not least, place your bets now. Will the launch talk to a 92 Oldsmobile Sillouhette? I have my doubts, but I can't wait to try it out. Alright, in the Mystique, check out this interior. They don't make them like they used to. Alright, let's do it. American. So they don't have Mercury, so I'm gonna say Ford. Automatically search. It probably won't happen, but let's try it. I doubt this thing can report its own VIN. So a 23-year-old vehicle here. First year of OBD2. Wow, are you kidding me? Mystique. They read the VIN. Unbelievable. That's awesome. Manual transmission. Yep, gasoline 2.0 liter Z-Tech. Yes, it is. That's fantastic. Alright, well, too early to tell. Come on. Health reports, system scan. Let's just do a health report. I can't believe it actually has this feature on a 96. It does not have ABS. Actually, it doesn't have much of anything. It doesn't even have cruise control. No security module. I mean, it does have airbags. PCM. So that's it. PCM, no fault codes. Why can it not do airbags? That might be an old school, you know, flash codes on there. Let's see what we can find in this engine computer. What kind of bidirectional controls we can have. Just a basic check. There we go. Module information, read fault code, read data stream, actuation test, special function. What's in special function? Power balance. Wow. Reset, keep alive memory. Yep. Test fuel economy, relative compression. I'm almost tempted to try this out. Function will change the vehicle status. Okay. Parking brake. How many can continue when all the conditions are met? It is in neutral. Yes. Okay. Set ignition switch to on, key on engine off, fully depress accelerator to floor, wide open and hold. Ensure the battery has sufficient charge to perform the relative compression test. Alright, accelerator's all the way on. And it says not met. Accelerator pedal to the floor and hold. Oh, come on. Oh. Crank the engine for 10 seconds or until test is completed. Here we go. You gotta press the clutch in. 6, 5, 4. Oh, where on my starter here? Jeez. Sorry, Mercury. Unexpected RPM change during crank. Press OK to test again. Oh, jeez. Well, I've never even seen that test before, but that's kind of interesting. Power balance. Let's see what this looks like. On Fords, parking brake cassette wheels are blocked. Okay. Do you want to retest? Yeah, let's just run it in here. Press cancel. Start up. It's running. Stink up the garage a little bit, but come on. Burning fuel here. Ah, damn. Let's go back in. Shut this guy off. I'm wondering if there is if we go home, okay, so there's no vehicle history, I guess, unless you save some data or something. Alright, we log back in and we'll try that again. Well, the power balance test on this thing I think is a no-go. It's been doing the circle of death for like a minute. I mean, on a 96, I'm surprised they even list it here. But, no beans. And every time it's kind of annoying, you have to end the session and that kicks you out of the vehicle. So you have to go back in every time it like glitches out. Not a big fan of that. Alright, let's first read some data. Vehicle's off, but we could still read data. See how big the data list is. Pretty comprehensive. We got EGR, fuel pump, oxygen sensors, injector faults, throttle position. This is pretty extensive for 96. Alright, let's just pick a couple here. Battery voltage, engine coolant temp, engine load, RPM, and let's do like TPS or something. Throttle position, there. That and voltage. Okay. Sweet. So CT is closed throttle. I'm going to open it. Partially open. Wide open. Flooring it. 4.3. Awesome. Okay, I like it. Battery voltage is 12.2. We're at 171. Engine load's at 14.8. Let's start it up. Hey, my alternator's working. That's good. Engine load's at 17. Pretty fast update rate. I like that. Let's look at our engine load. Awesome. So throttle position voltage is your analog signal. This is just closed, partial, or wide open. Interesting. Okay. Last thing, actuation test. We can do fuel pump, spark advance, idle air control, EGR. Let's try that. This thing has in the past intermittently thrown a check engine light for the EGR system, but it hasn't done it in like a year, so not worried about it. So unselect everything. Let's look at EGR. Delta pressure, exhaust feedback. There we go. Desired RPM. Is there anything else? Like desired EGR position. You guys see that anywhere? Exhaust gas recirculation status. There we go. Duty cycle. That's what I want. So select that. Custom data. So now let's add some EGR. Let's open up that solenoid. So that duty cycle should increase, and the delta feedback pressure should increase too. Now if I rev it up, so let's increase it. Oh, it's stumbling. Yep, 20%. Oh, it's really stumbling now. Oh, it doesn't like it. 50%. Hit cancel. It stays there. So I decreased it. There it goes. That's better. Cool. I mean, I think, what else can we do here? Vapor management valve, fuel pump. Let's turn it off and try the fuel pump. Okay. On. There it goes. Off. Perfect. I like it. And this thing is 10 times faster than the Autel on Fords. If you try an Autel on a Ford, it is slow as molasses. So I like it. Everything that I thought it would do and more. We didn't have the power balance test, but I don't even know if that's available on this old thing. But definitely surpassed the expectations. We got one more car to try. The 92 Oldsmobile. Alright, our board of grades. It gets a solid A for the Mystique. Even read the VIN. Super impressed with that. No way the Snap-on could do that. Up next, Oldsmobile Sillouhette. For that, we're going to try the GM adapter. It says GM Vaz, which is a Russian car company. Very interesting. So for this goes into the car. We need an adapter that goes from here to the OBD2 port. So let me get that out. So in terms of adapters, even though they have the adapters, doesn't mean this thing's actually gonna work, but we'll give it a shot. So two adapters. The power adapter plugs into a cigarette lighter and attaches to this thing, which has the OBD2 connector on one side and then the generic plug on the other. So we connect this, and then I think we connect these two GM 12 connector. Place bets now. Is it going to talk? Because otherwise, why would they include all these connectors in here? Maybe for future use. I mean, it has Ford, it has Toyota, Mazda. I don't know why it's missing Chrysler, so I probably can't do an old Dodge with it. But let's try it out. Alrighty, in the Oldsmobile. So we got it plugged into the 12-pin connector. The little light is on, and it only came on when I plugged in the cigarette lighter. And check out this cruise control. Sweet. So that has power. A little red light on there. Let's jump right in. Now I don't expect much here, but worth a shot, right? Hey, these leather seats are cold. Please wait. Reading for data. If I can like set this up on the console here. Yeah, that's pretty nice. Can you read for data? Is that it? Key's definitely on. Service engine soon. Oh man, it's dark. Our battery might be super low. We got ghosts in the back. I'll try to start it. Probably won't start. Nope. Let me get a jump pack. Alright, got the no-go hooked up. Here goes nothing. Oh, that's how the window's open, huh? Oh, come on. Now it's trying. Connections are terrible. Everything's rusty and crusty under here. Got attached to the engine block around here. Ah. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. You can do it. Let it air out a little bit. It spins. Come on, Noko. Woo! Baby! That's only running on 5 cylinders. Woohoo! Headlights on. Charge it. Awesome. Again, we got the little power light on the module of GM. Take my glove off. It's a touch screen. Okay. Reading for data. Is this where we're going to get stuck? If it is, then if you own an old GM, I guess this tool will be kind of useless to you. We'll see if it gets in there or not. Well, it's been a couple minutes. As expected, nothing. Confirm. And that's it. Let's go in the shop and wrap it up. Well, that was a fun experiment. My question is, why bother including all this stuff when it doesn't work? When the tool is not, you know, just can't communicate with old cars. So I don't know. You could have saved a lot of space in here and just given you like a little handheld case. But it is what it is. Not really disappointed, but it would be really amazing if you could talk to a 92 Oldsmobile. So that is a fail. But everything 96 and newer, it did pretty well on. So we'll close out with some final thoughts here. Alright, time for the final verdict. Here's the launch. Here are my two go-to scanners up till now. The Snap-on Verus Pro powerhouse. For OBD1 stuff, absolutely king. None of these guys will touch the older cars. For everything else, this is my starting point, except for European cars. The Autel was, you know, I've used both, and like on Volvos, this can't do Saabs. This can do some Saabs. Volkswagen, Audi, Autel is better than the Snap-on. Where does the launch fit in? I think it is very close to the Autel in terms of capability and the layout and the programming. However, this is the next generation. This is slick. It's faster. It doesn't require to be plugged into the vehicle. And as you saw on the Nissan, it could do ABS. And on a Ford, it was 100 times faster than the Autel. So in this regard, Autel versus launch, the new launch wins. So in my toolbox, I won't be carrying this guy anymore, or the old launch, which just takes up space. I haven't really used this all that much at all. It's been kind of disappointing. So I won't take this huge suitcase anymore. You can just take a cell phone. How cool is that? And the size is really fantastic. So basically, this is it. This is my diagnostic kit in terms of scanners now. The Verus and the launch. For specific tasks, for quick scans, and also for more OEM bidirectional control and European stuff, the launch is awesome. Everything else, general diagnostics, the Verus still cannot be beat, and obviously has a scope built in, so that's a bonus. And for older vehicles, again, the Verus wins hands down with the component test meter, etc. However, on the fly, basically a cell phone. I mean, I can't believe how much capability this little guy has. So that's it. That's the rundown, the in-depth showcase of the tools. We'll have to retire the old Autel for now. It'll still be a backup, but on the road, these two tools should cover about 99% of whatever we run into. I hope you enjoyed that. The price on the launch, at first I wouldn't believe it. I clicked on the link in Keith's video to go buy it on the Amazon store, and it was like $700. I'm like, yeah, it's probably a scam, probably some, you know, it won't do everything. I just bought it anyways to try it out because Keith said it was good, and if Keith says it's good, you got to try it out. And so far, it has, you know, blown my expectations out of the water. Seriously. Yeah, it does everything that I thought it would, and then some. So this thing for 700 bucks, bang for the buck, cannot be beat. This thing was like $1,000 new a few years ago. This thing new was like 10 grand. You can get a nice used one for a couple grand, I guess. But still, if I had to choose a scanner just for, you know, on the road DIY or to have the most coverage, I would probably go with the Launch if I had a, you know, another cheaper scope on the side. So that's my honest opinion. If you're interested, I'll put a link in the description. You click on that, I think you get some kind of discount if you go through the link. It's like a YouTube discount. So you won't be disappointed, honestly. If you own a newer car and you're just looking for a very capable scanner with bidirectional controls, no BS, I'd say this is the best thing on the market right now, especially in the, you know, for value. For 700 bucks, you cannot buy a better scanner. Autel starts, you know, for similar capability, you're looking at probably a couple grand for like the Maxi Sys Elite, or, you know, up there you get a bigger screen. But for, you know, the capability is the same. So if you're just looking at bidirectional controls, this thing's awesome. All right, thanks a lot for watching, and stay tuned for more. See you next time. Bye bye.